Yeah, let me see if these boys are ready to play. They should be. I made the title, or I wrote the title as it's gonna be here. Did I see Remco start streaming yesterday? LOLs! No, I didn't, but I wish I was there. That would be a sight for sore eyes. Okay. Okay. This could be good. We're kind of playing off of yesterday's idea.
Here's Johnny.
And seeing if this is any good. Yesterday we did the ceiling shots only.
Can't believe I've been giving you money for 6 months. You owe me a drink or 10.
Or 10? How expensive do you think? How cheap are those drinks? I mean. All right. Let's see who the real master of the 180 backflip flick is. Is it going to be Mognus or is it going to be Metsa, his countryman and teammate? I've never seen this before. Is it just 1v1? No, it's a 180 backflip flick only 1v1. It's gonna be. This is gonna be atrocious. I can't wait to see it though. It's gonna be funny. Cry Will, thanks for the sub. Also, Evil Yo Damon, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate that. And Mary FC, thank you for 6. That is a badge upgrade. We do have a diverse car selection here today. A deep car pool of 2 cars. It's amazing what happens in Rocket League. Okay, Mognus is gonna dribble this one back. Remember, anyone who saw the original 180 backflip flick on my stream will remember that it was Mognus who did it, and he was in the Batmobile when it happened, but he did it a little bit better than that, a little bit more clean. It looks like he's typing. Oh, double jump by accident. He's gonna have to get back into net, or else Metsa will have the easiest 180 backflip flick of his life. This could be really weird because these guys try to do this in their own games pretty often. Anyone who has seen their streams will know that they love to do 180 backflip flicks. And right now they're struggling to even get connection on the ball. I saw a 180 backflip flick on Reddit the other day, and it was Metsa who was doing it. Very clean, not quite as much of a boomer as the. Where's Mognus going? It's not quite as much of a boomer as Mognus's original one, though. Mognus is struggling here. He really cannot get the alignment right. Metsa right, what are you doing? He's trying to get the alignment correct so that he can actually shoot the ball, but he can't do it because the pressure is just too much. I think he's in the goal. They're struggling. Surely somebody can execute a 180 backflip flick. It's so funny. It's like when somebody asks you to do an impression. If you're anything like me and somebody asks you to do an impression of an accent, and they cheeky by Metsa possession play. I'm not sure what we're gonna rule that one, but like I was saying, if anybody tells you do an impression of an Australian accent, then you can't do it, or I can't do it anyway. I can only do it if it's off the top of my head and completely spur of the moment. As soon as somebody tells me, yeah, do that again, that was good, then I can't do it. Okay, that was probably the best backflip flick that we've seen so far. The BFF. The 180 BFF, that's what we'll call it. The 180 best friend forever. On target, but too close to Metsa. Both of them opting to face the play, pretty much. And this one a little bit too tame, very low. Mognus warming up his 180 backflip, or 180-ing. It looks like you really need to have the ball quite far forward in your car to be able to execute this with a lot of pace. Curious to see which is going to be the first to score here out of the Dominus and the Batmobile. This is more like golf commentary. I love it. Oh, that's looking good. There we go. Metsa draws first blood. Very nicely done. We'll take a look at Mognus' POV on this one. I don't think he was ever going to stand a chance of saving that. Just completely booms into the top of the net. Very nicely done. Barbarian, thanks for the 9 months. That is a baby. And thank you to Tyrannism as well for the new sub. I appreciate that, guys. We saw a little bit of a stalemate there as Mognus remembering that it was his turn to go for the ball. But Metsa trying hard to kick that autopilot. Oh, what a save! Metsa barely keeps it out. Both these guys pretty violent on the exit, making sure to get in each other's way. I must say, Metsa for me so far has looked the more threatening, the more consistent on the approach.
Twitch Prime forces me to actively click this button.
Look at that, even though Mognus pre-jumps,
less than 3.
still can't save this.
Here's
Metsa might be the new king of 180 backflip flicks if he can keep this up. Okay, Mognus didn't pre-jump. He nearly... He pretty much tried to react to the very earliest moment.
Himself. Also, I don't know about you, but England is my city. Now please enjoy my spam.
England is your city? England is a country. Wait, is there a city called England? New England? Metsa certainly on fire. Thanks for the resubs, Sir Fartigus and RS93 Twitch. Both 6-month resubs. Congrats on the badge upgrades. Looking good, boys. I think this could be a hat trick for Metsa though. He's looked very, very deadly on the approach. Even the goal or the shots he's not been scoring have been pretty threatening. Oh, the mind game, that might have gone in had not Mognus got the slightest of touches. I don't think that Metsa meant to mind game that when he just didn't hold any direction on his analog stick when he jumped. The best shot yet for Mognus will be a goal in his favour. This is probably the best way to practice 180 backflip flicks, honestly, because if you want to be able to build them out whenever you want, then you need to be able to do it on demand like this. Exo Lily, thanks for this sub. A lot of Twitch Prime subs today, very much appreciated. Like a lot of this, or the couple of the messages from Sir Fartigus and Orest were saying, if you are a Twitch Prime sub, you need to reactivate that sub every single month. I know, it's a tough life, but, or if you don't want to, you know, sub to the same stream every month, you can just use it in multiple different streams. Twitch Prime never automatically resubscribes like a normal subscription would, so you need to come back and do it every month if you want to be a continued sub. Get the sub train going. That's pretty impressive that Mognus was able to get anything out of that shot, as he had let it go pretty low before attempting the backflip. He was low in boost, so he didn't really have an option. But Metsa could seal game 1 here with a solid attempt. Is he just going to dribble the ball? This is cheeky by Metsa. The time wasting, like this is why we'd really need a timer on this if we made it a real game mode. Oh, the first touch is not there. Mognus will have another opportunity to tie the game. He needs to score with this shot though, because I don't think Mognus will give him another possession before the end of the game, time-wise. Good jump, but the flipper isn't there, but it goes in anyway. I don't know if we're going to let this count, but I feel with how bad Metsa goalkeeping was here, we might just have to let it go. Metsa... Not sure what Metsa's goalkeeping was there. I think we have to let that stand. Mognus did try to do a 180 backflip flick. Oh, and now Mognus has hit the ball. He's not interested in giving it to Metsa. He should really give it to Metsa though, because he was the person who took the last shot. And here comes Metsa. He's rushing into this one. He wants to give it one more go. He's on track, but only to pop the ball into the midfield. Oh, wait a minute. The fat lady has not sung yet. She stood up, she's grabbed the microphone and then dropped it. Unfortunately, there will be no singing from the fat lady until overtime. I'm gonna tell Metsa, I think your goalkeeping was so bad that it counts, because that was just horrendous. Referee says Mognus. I think it counts because Metsa goalkeeping was so bad. he has to try to save it. It's only if somebody scores like a legitimately like, oh, what? Well, apparently now we're definitely gonna count that one because Mognus is Mognus was watching the stream. What are you doing? Oh well. Karma, I guess.
Original notes joke here.
Oh my word. That was the messiest ending. Incredible performance by the lads. Really nicely done. They're gonna give it another bash here. We have to give that one to Metsa though. Even though we were gonna allow Mognus that one goal just because Metsa's goalkeeping was so bad. Then Metsa, or Mognus was watching the stream and Metsa scored. So there you have it. Wait, is this perfectly aligned already? It is, look at that, I'm amazing. How does he do it? Metsa so the very plain looking Dominus here. Of course, you can't make the same joke as we would with the Octane, the Stocktane. This is the Stockamus? Stockamus. Sounds like a Roman commander of a legion of some sort. By the way, Fartel Tertil, thank you for the Prime sub, very much appreciated. I feel like you might have subbed before. I don't know if you let your streak drop, but that is the name I remember. Good placement by Metsa, but Mognus with a half flip save is his equal. 4Tron87, thank you for the 6 months, and is that 2 months from Justice808? Yes, it is. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate the resubs. I believe this might be my 1 year stream anniversary. I'm not sure if it's today or tomorrow. I feel like it's the 27th of the month. Stominus? Stockinus. I don't know what would you call it. What would we call this? We can see there one of the... Well, that's the main reason why the ball has to be quite far forward in the car if you want to do this. And we see there Mognus making contact with the ball a little bit too early, hitting it away from himself before he has time to get multiple connections. Okay, a little bit of a mechanical misplay there by Metsa. No goal though. Used to be a sub back in August through January, so I haven't been able to catch through until now. Ah, see, I knew I recognized your name because I really like your name. It's a good pun. Metsa giving Mognus time to go back. Good sportsmanship by the two teammates. Of course, they have both been signed by Method. Am I correct in thinking that Bipod, the former Flipside substitute, is now the substitute for Method? Because I saw him wearing a Method shirt in some of the Twitter pictures that were popping up over this weekend from the Gfinity Elite Series Media Day. I'm looking at my chat. Is that confirmed? Is Bipod the substitute off this wonderful team? That was a really nice shot, by the way, by Metsa Norris. I was more concerned about whether or not Bipod is the substitute to hype that up. Okay, that's a side flip flick. We would not have allowed that if that had gone in. That would have been an unforced error by Metsa to let that one in for sure, because it was a pretty good shot. Yes, they have 3 subs. Yet so many subs on all those teams. Who are the other subs, Woody? Are we likely to see Bipod seeing play?
Why Obama
Look at them! Power by Metsa Norris!
I know he has.
Are you kidding me?
I doubt he's gonna shoot anyone.
This is insane! Mognus is defending this near post, but suddenly the ball just flies into the corner and he can't even react in time. That's the most booming 180 backflip flick I've ever seen. What happened to Resident? They've just joined this new organization called Method. That's what their logo is there. Metsa Norris certainly outplaying Mognus in this match today, but Metsa... Oh my god, I keep getting the names mixed up. I was going to say Mognus gets the goal back, but then Metsa saved it. So I was wrong in what I was going to say. Phoenix TV, thanks for the 5 months, by the way, very much appreciated. Terrible joke, though, I must say. Okay, so interesting adaptation there by Metsa. He realized that the power on his backflip flick wasn't really there, so he decided to half flip and then keep on hitting the ball after the fact. We would have probably allowed that because that was a cool adaptation. Good lift by Mognus, and he does get a goal this time. Metsa pretty close to saving this one, just like he was the last, though. Preferring to sit in the net and face the ball. It's interesting that these guys have opted for this strategy. I feel like that's necessary in this game mode because we are only allowing goalkeeping and backflip flicks. No shadowing, no fake challenges, no early challenges, no rush challenges, no retard challenges, as some people say. Backflip only goals. Yeah, this is backflip flick only goals. We want to see how good these guys are at them, and Metsa is definitely playing pretty well today in terms of backflip flicking in the Dominus. The placement again is the favorite strategy for Mognus. Metsa has just been going for boomers so far. That is the strategy that has come out on top. Thoughts on Penta disbanding? I feel like they might have done this before, and then after failing to find better teams, they just came back together. Look at the power again by Metsa Norris. This is ridiculous. I feel like the power that he's able to get here could not be generated if he was going forwards. Or at least it would be so difficult. My word. Mognus says he made the shot for memes. Metsa is try-harding, so Mognus is not feeling very confident now. I did see Metsa scoring one of these on Reddit the other day, and it was just it was so clean and so powerful that I thought there might be more to this than we think. It started off as a meme shot, but it's actually legit. If someone can replicate this with consistency, like we're seeing from Metsa Norris, then it really is a legitimate strategy. The only problem is, it takes a long time to set it up. So it takes a while, or you need time and boost and space to do it, and that's really only going to happen in 1v1, which is not a game mode that Metsa's a fan of, as Mognus does a full 360, and now the 180, but again the bar denies him. The Batmobile seems to be struggling with the light touch, the deft control that we're seeing from the Dominus. The release is much more smooth with the Dominus, is something I've seen. It's a much more clean release than it is from the Batmobile. There might be more to that than meets the eye.
10 months went by fast, but I'm still joyful at Rocket League. Oh well. Love you.
It says, that was a auto-correction. It says you said you're trash at Rocket League. Okay, Mognus has still not managed to generate a backflip flick opportunity, and he's almost sentenced himself to death here because he's not going to have time to score and then get another possession and score a second time unless he keeps the ball up in the air from Metsa follow-up shot. It ain't gonna happen though. Metsa's taken game 2 as well. Very, very clean finishing from Metsa. He's not done yet though, going for one more for good measure. This is a bit less powerful, more tame of a strike than the previous efforts. Mognus says he wants to do Octane, so he's going to be right back. I'll be interested to see how this works, because Dominus, much cleaner than the Batmobile. And that's not to say that the Batmobile is not good for 180 backflip flicks. The one time that we did see the backflip flick coming into effect in a 2v2 lobby on my stream was Mognus in that exact same vehicle. Okay, Mognus is joined back in here. We'll wait for Metsa before we ready up. Thanks, OVaporGB, for the 10 months. That's a long time, and I do appreciate that. You should allow fakes to keep the defense on edge.
I tweeted you a video of me trying the 180 BFF. Take a look when you get a chance. Mwah.
Alright, King Spectre, I'll take a look. So Mognus says he successfully executed the strategy with Octane back before it was a meme. It's becoming less of a meme and more of a legit strategy now. Everything, like even air dribbling back in the day, wasn't done by many people. It was very, very rare to see an air dribble in Rocket League. But after pros become good enough at a certain skill, it legitimizes it. So now we're going to see both of the players playing in their favored car, but a shorter car and a taller car. Will it be able to execute with as much threatening prowess? Yes, it will. Metsa again, first to strike. So delicate, getting multiple touches, just popping the ball on top of his head in the perfect position. And although that wasn't as powerful a shot, the placement was comfortably able to match any shot that we've seen from the Dominus beforehand. Can anybody 180 backflip flick like Metsa? That's the question that I have for you, all of you today, after we've seen this performance. Should not count, it was about 210 degrees. Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, that wasn't quite 180 degrees either, but it would have counted. It's within the spirit of the shot. You had success using aerial forwards and backflip on the straight 1v1 kickoff. Interesting. Oh, another high shot by Metsa. Ridiculous consistency from this guy to be able to set up these backflip flicks like almost every time. He's almost getting a shot on net every single time, and we see Mognus is struggling with his own approach, which is not to say that he is a lesser player. It's just more to amplify the difficulty of the shot. The skill is very, very high here. My goodness, Metsa just makes it look so easy. How does he do it? He just sets it up so daintily, carrying the ball while turning around to face the other direction, and then backflips it into the top of the net. It's really, really quite impressive. I feel like Metsa should just only do this whenever he's flicking the ball. Just only backflip flicks from now on. The setup time isn't even that much longer than a regular delayed flick. It's pretty similar in terms of setup time, if you can just nail the angle of approach. Mognus getting a little bit too far underneath the ball. Hits the crossbar. And it looks like Metsa is getting more and more one-sided, rather than Mognus bringing this game mode closer to his favor. It's Metsa who continues to move further and further away. There is the mind game. Unintentional or not, it was successful. Mognus getting beamed by his own strategy here pretty hard. Oh, cheeky by Mognus. He tries to take the kickoff goal. Bar down and out though. Seriously, the 180 flick is not too difficult that you think. I beg to differ. As Mognus getting a goal, which we will not speak of. I wonder what Metsa's reply is going to be here. It looks like Mognus just wants to give it another go himself. He's trying to find the consistency that his teammate and friend is able to get. And there we go, the air dribble from the 180 backflip flick. We saw Metsa try this earlier. After a weak hit, he half flips and gets an extra touch, and it did make a difference. We see there, Metsa would have had a save there. He was ready to hit the ball straight away from himself, but that additional touch from Mognus as he transitioned into an air dribble was able to take it over the top of him. Now that would be impressive if somebody could consistently start a 180 backflip flick and finish with an air dribble, but never mind that for now. Let's just wonder how on earth you're meant to save this. If you're sitting in net, you have to be so far over defending that top right corner that it's going to really jeopardize your positioning to save any regular shot or fake, as we've seen. Metsa rolled in a fake, Mognus rolled in a fake earlier, and it makes goalkeepers look pretty foolish. Mognus, will he get any success? It doesn't look like it. He's not able to get the clean turn that Metsa does. A lot messier while he rotates, the ball bobbling around on top of his head. Perhaps for anybody who has seen Metsa stream, it might be that helicopter hat that he does always wear. He's used to having something spinning on his head. Nothing no stranger to that. Oh, there we go. Mognus does get a legitimate goal. Metsa underestimating him perhaps after so many failed attempts. Metsa says this is way easier with Octane, so apparently longer card not even necessary for the 180 backflip flick. I don't know if this has been a learning experience for Metsa or just more of a reinforcing what he already knew. Has he always been a believer that the Octane is superior for this? I'm not sure, honestly. I've never actually asked him. This was something, just a very spontaneous idea that I had. Wow, Charlotte13 and Polly G, thank you both for the subs.
How much wood would a woodchucker chuck if a woodchucker could chuck wood? Shout out to Action.
Ah, see. You guys knew that you were going to do that. Nice timing, nice timing.
How much wood would a woodchucker chuck if a woodchucker could chuck wood?
Pop by Metsa.
Paulie G.
This is intentional. Both of the types of shot that Metsa's doing. He's got the slower approach here and then popping it over the top of Mognus, but we've seen him previously almost hitting supersonic with his shots because he's got a faster line of approach. So he's able to adapt his positioning relative to the ball to make it work, regardless of where the ball is on his car. If it's falling off the front, then he'll just go faster. If it's sitting clean on top, he'll slow down. Try to get squishy. I've never seen if Squishy is capable or likes to do this strategy. I'm sure he's tried it plenty of times, but I've never seen it myself. But thank you, Bilbo Swaggers, for the 2 months. Very much appreciated. Oh, there we go. That is a bit more like it from Mognus. This is more like the side flip flick that we've been seeing pretty popular recently. Goes diagonal to the back. Diagonal to the backside. Says my bad, but it is pretty similar to what we're going for here. Yeah, that was more like a tornado. Metsa says he has no idea how to do 180 flicks. The man who was famous for them. Unable to do them. And Metsa will take the free goal, as Mognus' tornado flick was not a 180 backflip. He did do the backflip with a little bit of side on it. And as is the rule for... Okay, I was going to say as is the rule for any accidental goal, you have to give up a goal and a possession to bring the game back onto level terms. But it looks like they're going to settle for a goal. Oh my word, what a shot! Mognus booms it bar down, and then Metsa's pre-jump doesn't own goal. That's a little bit fortunate for Metsa. Could have gone much worse in that situation. This will be the last shot and the third game going to Metsa. Unless there is a very fast turnover here. Doesn't look like it. Oh, barely keeping it out is Mognus. There will be a turnover after all. And he's trying to feather his boost ever so gently here to give himself another chance. And he will get one, but Metsa keeps it out. Certainly the best player on this game mode. And he's going to keep it up as well. Will Metsa get a goal? Yes, he almost certainly will. No, he drops it on the goal line, on the open net. Mognus' apprentice becomes the master. I'm sure that it was the other way around a few months ago. Alright. Yeah, let's say goodnight to Metsa and Mognus, who we've certainly established who the more accomplished player is at this game mode. Good nights. So good nights, guys. Metsa certainly the player to beat. Why does he have 104 ping on a European server? How far away in Finland does he live?